Thanks so much for logging in. I'm excited to get to share a bunch of poems. I always have a terrible time choosing what to read. And so I enlist my mom, who is sitting in the room with me just off camera. So if you're hearing things oohing and awing, that's all my mom. It's not me for myself, just so you're aware. I'm not that strange. But strange enough as it is. So I tend to not do a lot of preamble for pieces, but I'll give you little bits and pieces as I think it might help contextualize a piece or two here and there. Other than that, I think I'm kind of ready to go. You ready? Awesome. Okay. Delightful irresponsibility, leaning into all the ways I can be delightfully irresponsible, all the ways I can say yes when I want to, all the ways I find myself at home, in love, joyful, purposefully aimless, ready for what comes, unencumbered, so I can sing and sway and cry, readying myself, attuning, listening to the desires and to the impulses, bending my knees, staying soft, seeing more, so I can catch a ride on the fancies as they fly. Yeah. I had a great writing partner at one point who said, "What does it mean? What are you referring to?" So this is what it is. It's the crack where the light resides. It's the weed growing between concrete slabs. It's the gold fillings creating beauty. It's the broken and the brave, the dog-eared pages, the repeated songs, the favorite words. It's the structure, the balances that write us, keep us strong. And then this is my mom's probably favorite poem that I've ever written, and she always wants me to read it. And so when there are no constraints, I have to read it. So so that's why you're getting this one. It's an old one. Red light. He laughed at me when I turned around to look at him at a red light, and I told him I love him. He thought it was random and strange. He can't know how I carry him with me every moment. That the words I love you do no justice to what I think, what I know, what I feel. He doesn't see the wind that reminds me that days are finite. He cannot understand that I see myself in him, that I see my fear and passion, my longing and life played out on a different instrument. But saying I love you at the red light is so far from random, it meets itself back around the other side. But he does see and does know that I will always see him, always turn to catch a glimpse, always watch with hope and fear, always love him at red lights. Uh, Not much. I don't need much. Just all the words you've ever used to say I love you. Just your laughter, the way it moves you, just the way you look at me wondering if it's possible. I don't need much, just dancing and comfort, books and stories and beautiful things, just art and awe, moments in the ocean and on the mountain, warm coffee and soul moving music. It's not much. I need touch, the best connection I know. Just conversation, deep questions, playful engagement, just everything that tells me I'm alive. I'm alive and loved. This is also another old one. uh, ask. I can ask systems to change, explosions to still, butterflies to bend if it's for you. I can pull out all the stops, draw on every favor, reconfigure mountains when it's for you. I can convince the unmoved, heal the broken, and sing away the pain when it's for you. I can find strength and courage when it's for you. I can shrink distances, elongate minutes for you. And I am too scared, too vulnerable, too ridiculous to even whisper a single word when it's for me. Uh, High tide heartbeat. I love high tide. I love swimming. And I especially love swimming in the ocean at high tide because then I don't have to walk on so much like sandiness and it's way easier to get into the water because it gets deeper faster. So little piece of information that helps you understand this one. It's called high tide heartbeat. High tide heartbeat. I could use some of the coming and going of the tides, not just the consistently high tide crashing, dragging logs and pebbles relentlessly. At least it's easy to get in, to jump in. High tide holds me differently. I'm not catching my breath. I'm not resting, not ebbing in full flow for too long, too strongly. I ask for stillness, for release, for something else, for a moment, but I don't get one. Just this restless, relentless high tide heart. Entangled. I want to hold your threads, to run my fingers down their length, to feel their texture, their weight, to learn it from holding. I want to weave them through mine gently, to make something beautiful that knots us together with every strand. I want to feel the tugging, the way they are alive with you, with your breath. I want our breathing entangled, to feel the pull of your breath in my chest, the sweet sighing exhales, the sharp inhales, the cycle and the interruption. I want to hand you my threads too. See you, see what you make with them, what patterns you draw. I want this inevitable, this unbreakable weaving. I want to find my patterns with yours, strong, bold, beautiful, crisscrossed and tied tight. Honeyed lips. Kiss me with honeyed lips, sweet and sticky, golden, lingering, that dripping, thick sensation. The warmth between us keeps it flowing and hungry, wanting more. Sustenance and enough earthiness, enough to recognize the blossom. Devour me with honeyed lips, I need undoing. Suck the sweet from me, let it fill your mouth so much. Melt into me like honey, let go, be softer, find a way to be the golden remedy that honey has always been. My now not 19-year-old son might be a little bit embarrassed if he knew I was reading this, but he doesn't, so it's fine. uh, this boy I love, let me have a conversation with him about kissing. It started with lip balm and a friend's surprise at seeing him, 19 years old, using it. Lips are made for kissing, and soft lips make kissing better. He learned this kissing a lot. Just one person, he clarifies. I wouldn't shame him for kissing more. He's able and willing to talk about kissing, the advantages of conditioned lips for all parties. He applies it out in the world too, not just something for private spaces, unashamed. And my heart grows a little more, hopeful about some rigidities softened, and about this boy I love who will talk to me about kissing. It's not so embarrassing. Come, come. Come to my door, come broken, come whole, come asking for what you need. Come to me. I will welcome you, our open arms, tea ready, a blanket, comfort ready to hold you. Come because I can't pull myself to you. I can't place my feet except here, it seems. I don't have what I need to move, but I can throw my arms wide, fold you into my wings, wrap us both in their reach. Come to me. I've left the door unlocked and I'm waiting for you, as always. Come asking. Help is beautiful, and I could use some beauty these days. Come. Invert, push, shuffle. Shifting the concentrations, less stress, less trying to control, less helplessness, more light, more grass, more dirt, more movement, more sweat, more loud music, more ocean. And it takes so much to invert, to push, to shuffle. It feels like grain by grain, by pebble, by rock, and looking at the boulders and then the mountains. Yes, I know, one thing at a time, but how to live at the same time. How to keep moving and have love in it when it feels impossible, slippery. Some of this sand is sticky. I can't brush it off, can't wash it away, and it's abrasive. I'm being sandblasted by my efforts. Sisyphean, this shifting, this moving. But hopefully not. Damn, hope. Hopefully, actually make room for the grains I need for the boulders to roll and settle somewhere else. Uh, place. achingly hungry for beauty, for awe, for the feeling of being small and insignificant, for being dwarfed by all living things, by systems immense, unfathomable, desperate to be put in my place, to know I have a place in the expanse, to be nuzzled into it. I keep trying to fit everything inside me, to gather and hold all the moments, all the experiences, because maybe that will satiate me. Maybe that will curb the yearning. And I know somewhere in the depths of my heart, of my soul, of my being, that what I really need to stop the noise, the clamoring, is to know my place, to know how small I am in the universe, not because it makes the hurt smaller, but because I am the universe connected. Goodbyes. The thousands of goodbyes are sometimes too much, too heavy, too close. Wishing I could dance them into patterns, into choreography to share in the dark. Wishing I could weave them into beautiful sad blankets, intricate designs, crisscrossing laid over laps and shoulders on cold nights. Wishing I could write them into poems to tuck into pockets for people to find as they peel off clothing at the end of their day, something to hold their thoughts and their hearts for just a moment before they give themselves to sleep. Wishing I could transform every grief into connection, into something almost beautiful, something that sustains, that makes one breath easier, that ties human cells to stardust. I am always hot. So this one is a little bit about not hot. I'm sitting in the cold, loving the way it pulls me into myself, the way I try to keep all of me close to myself. Deep contrast to my always feeling like I'm ever expanding like the galaxy around me. I tuck body parts under me, into my armpits, between my legs. I pull my hood over my toque and am contained, held by clothing wrapped in cloth. My fingers grow stiff and I enjoy it. My toes are just warm enough, just cold enough, and my nose runs. I am alive in sensation in response to the air. I pull my sleeve down over my left hand and readjust my coat, making room for a little collected warmth to cool myself in. I'm sitting in the cold, alert, quiet, and awakened. My mom liked that one. Um, uh, boisterous love. I want loud, boisterous love, Viking Hall, feasting love, love that makes everyone else blush, but all of us flush, bloom. I want the calling, boasting love of the wilds, the kind that turns up the music, sinks into the sweaty mess, unapologetic. The love for the wide open spaces that shouldn't be contained, where moans echo against tree trunks, shake the bushes. I want the love that doesn't understand constraint, restraint, love that is ravenous, love that burns. I want grab everything by the balls love, dirty, sweaty love, love that lingers, that comes again and again, relentless. I want the consuming love of the wildness of my heart and of my skin. Uh, Body of water. I want a body of water. I am a body of water, the flow, the ebb, the tides moving through me, moving me. The salty drops as they run the topography of my face. I am a body of water, constant movement, tidal feelings, water teeming with life, filled with stars, floating jellies, tentacled tricksters. I want to reveal in moments, be hidden in others, to be swept up, sweep up, to work away at sharp edges, to wear the pain away, to be a body of water. What's the feeling called? What's the feeling called? The one where you are immersed in beauty and find all the pieces of sadness that seem to have piled up in your pockets. The one where you ache because it's too arresting and it pulls every feeling into your skin. The one where there is only you and feeling and all the space in the world and everything is pressed up against you. The one where you just need to pull every person you love into the orbit and you feel like you're in free fall. The one that feels like everything and nothing all at once, that makes you feel like you can't breathe and you only have breath. The one where you feel like you're chasing, not catching, not resting. The ache of that terrible, wonderful feeling and wanting to be worthy of the beauty of the place of being. What's that feeling called? Uh, I don't dance anywhere near enough, but I love it. So this is a little invitation, um, or an incantation maybe. Lost on the dance floor. May you find yourself lost in the dance floor, in the tangled brilliance of moving, breathing, living bodies as they shift like currents. May you be remembered, tune by tune, soul shaken, turned, danced back into place. May you make this joyful sacrifice, giving yourself over to the rhythm, letting your heart sink, letting your thoughts ride the beat, letting go. May the grin be impossible to stifle, the bass indisputable, overwhelming in all the right ways so the music makes you. May the build, the rise, the drop compel you so that you are entirely present, nothing intruding. May it sing you home. Uh, I'm fortunate enough to live pretty close to Gary Point Park, and the cherry blossoms are amazing there when they start coming out. And they've already started, which feels a little bit early, but it's pretty cool to get to see. So this was from last year's bloom, but gorgeous evening. Spring sun and cool air, and the park was crawling because its cherry blossom burst. I stalled for a moment, wondering, not altogether kindly, about all the people, the weird car caterpillars in the usually more peaceful place. I then reminded myself about beauty and wonder and the human hunger for those. So I smiled and slowed my pace to watch all the people smiling, taking time, making time for beauty, for noticing. I needed to capture the image, not just the soft petals of the trees, but also of the people collected in awe. I'm coming down to the end, not quite there, but yeah, here we go. I hope I will die faded, all the light emitted let go, burned all the way through who I am and who I ever was, faded like sun-bleached things that spent time outside being useful, faded like my hair dye after a summer of water and play, faded like a song as it nears its end, because no one is quite sure how to finish it otherwise. Faded because I've used everything I had, because I burned bright, lit other flames. Faded because I left it all out there, not faded from fatigue, tired of the world, faded because there was nothing left to burn. Um, all right, my heart's heart. You are my heart's heart, my safe place. You are home. You are beyond known and still left to discover. As we journey, traveling light some days, other days dragging, lugging the tired ripped bags and the sticky zippered backpacks, we discover other paths, sometimes diverging, sometimes converging. We make the path in walking. We take the road less traveled and the well worn footpaths. And I know I can put my hand in yours, that you will hold it to comfort, that you will carry the load so that I can rest, that you will encourage me to follow the fireflies. I know that I am held in strong, soft hands. And this is the last one. The last things. If these were the last things I were to write, and if this is what you would have left of me, and if I couldn't hold you again, couldn't laugh with you again, I'd want these to be love letters, to feel like love letters, so they could carry you gently on their backs, as I like to imagine my love does now. I'd want to have used every breath, every pen stroke, every page to express all the details of the loves I have for you, all the things your love has taught me, given me. I'd want to be exhausted at the end of it so that you could know exactly how well I love you.